one day from retirement.
I'm concerned.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Hi, Concern. Nice to meet you. I'm Will. And tonight we're playing the Astral Calling. It's our spell jamming spectacular. We're in space. Hurrah!
Space.
All I can
Well,
think
actually,
of
if
that
it was
the other
space-
one is my wife just had a baby.
Oh,
I'm in danger.
I'm finally going on that vacation we've been saving up for 20 years.
Woof.
Or I'm going to propose to my girlfriend tomorrow.
Woof.
Sorry, tropes. We're talking about tropes.
We're talking about death
The
flags.
flag-raising trope, specifically.
Yeah. But there will be no death
Truck-kun
flags.
is on his way.
There will be no death flags tonight. As it's the Astral Calling, it's our spell jamming spectacular. We're here to have fun, sling spells, fly airships, and in some cases, flirt with our friends. Happens.
That's true.
It does.
Very true.
Emily
I
was
am
telling me
absolutely-
Thursday you and Matt went
No,
really
no,
strong on the flirting.
this is not what happened.
Look, Emily told me. I'm inclined to believe her.
This was a Pathfinder game, and they yassified the ghouls. And admittedly, I was playing a monk version of Mercedes, but Mercedes is still gonna Mercedes, and like, oh, hello there.
the dichotomy of reactions to that.
And so, me yes-anding that, even though, it's Monk Mercedes.
Yesified ghoul.
Yes,
They're very
the
attractive
artist,
ghouls.
y'all, the artist for this scenario was horny or something, because even all the
For
undead
ghouls.
enemies were really just objectively
Also, we had a
Crazy.
Squidward goblin for some reason.
yeah, they yassified a goblin. They got rid of the goblin Pathfinder football head, and they made a more humanoid goblin.
Like a very regal chin, I think.
Yeah.
Artist notes. Why this zombie kind of?
Yeah, I mean,
I think
Oh, they're
they've got that
Fallout
freshly
fans.
wet hair.
Whoever
already
it is must be a
recycled.
Fallout fan.
They've
Obviously.
still got most of their skin.
They had all their
They did-
skin. They kind of
they had
looked
all their
like
skin, they
slightly more
just-
feral vampires.
Yeah, and they had
know what?
a loose white button up with
Well,
their
balls.
neck.
If you're gonna be a monster fucker, be a fucking monster fucker.
right?
You know what I
Don't
mean?
go
Just
halfway
go
about
all
it.
in.
Points off
Who
for
are you
lack of
talking to here? Just to be
points off
clear.
for lack of
You
commitment.
know exactly.
I don't know
what I'm talking to.
whoever.
If the shoe fits,
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
I'm not wearing socks right now,
Who-
so I
whoever
don't know what
Well,
you're
then
talking
it
about.
doesn't fit.
We're talking to whoever barks like a hit.
Here,
dog.
I'm
That's who we're
putting
talking
to just to put an end to this. I'm putting the ghoul into the chat, into the Astral Calling chat on our Discord,
Discord,
Boy.
so everybody can judge.
so that everyone can
accordingly.
see this ghoul and be like, "Oh wow," and I'll also put
That's
the
not
goblin.
a fucking ghool.
Well,
That's
I
a
was also
ghoul.
gonna be like, you're
That's
gonna go
what I'm
judge a
telling
ghoul.
you.
That's just
Wow.
Marceline from Adventure Time.
And then this is the goblin.
Yo.
I
Yeah.
don't like her smile though. I gotta
Yeah.
admit.
The ghoul is F for commitment.
And then this is the star of the scenario, the bears.
Oh well, we love the bears.
I
You're
danced
gonna-
with the
you're
bears
gonna
with a
be-
critical
look.
A
success.
circus
They-
bear with a circus on top of the bear.
Yeah, they were
Very
dancing
proud
with
of you, Matt.
bears.
That I can get with. That I can
Yeah.
get with.
Yeah.
Also, I am looking respectfully at this ghoul.
She is just Marceline the vampire.
That's just
Right?
Marceline.
Celine.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
I've never
Anyway,
seen Marceline actually
So
walk on the ground.
as you know, as I yes and Matt at the table, one of the other players looks at Emily and says, "So how do you feel about Will flirting with Matt right in front of you?" And I was just like,
Damn. Called you out.
right?
I'm sorry. I
That's
look,
your job. That's objectively your job.
What happens
I
on the
love-
grid stays on the grid.
Grid.
I gotta say, I love that this friendship with Emily has gotten to the place where immediately the same night she runs to my Discord and messages me personally and says, "Guess what happened?"
Spilling tea.
But yeah, so that was last night. Listen, we have a fun time on Thursday nights. We have a fun time on Thursday nights. And next Thursday, of course, there is the multi-table special. So if you're in Winnipeg, come and play that. Or, crazy, drive up to Winnipeg and play it. No judgment. But
Hey, you know what? North is probably the only direction I can drive.
Chad!
Oh, we live in a climate disaster.
Ooh, look, if at a certain point in time in the next month things swing one way, we'll all move up there to visit you and stay.
I saw that look, McKenna.
no,
Really.
if they swing, I think McKenna ends up moving to somewhere in Europe in that case.
My secondary place of retreat that I would like to move to. It is one of the more expensive cities.
Don't.
But Copenhagen, Denmark.
Okay.
That's where I.
Oh, can we
I was-
all
It seems
can we all
like a
just like
lovely
find a
place.
place and go there?
We just
Someone
open up
Anderson.
I
like
think we
a
could get Billy a job in Copenhagen.
with
Let's-
certain...
That's where Lego originated. I bet you he could
also
get a
got,
job
like,
at Lego.
I was gonna say
lot of
I
VFX
do
are
actually
happening
have a
over
friend
there.
that works at Lego that moved to Denmark to continue. They moved
could-
her there.
we
I
could
know
start
pet
like
show
a
people.
we could start
I
like a
just did.
small like TTRPG commune.
with
I
certain...
did briefly consider. I was like, what if I found like a little like one of those shop apartment combo situations where it's a shop on bottom and like a little house on top.
Yeah.
One of those, and I had
Very
little
Kiki's
like a little
delivery
like
service.
like a
and
little
Very cute.
TTRPG cafe on bottom and just
Oh.
me on top, and that was just like my little life out in
Adam's
Copenhagen.
face.
I've
Cute.
thought so much about this.
Wait, I love this for
Look,
you.
With
So,
Like, I
saw that
absolutely
map.
if
super
what
love
happens
this
in
for you.
November happens in November, and we need to make an escape,
Oh.
maybe we all go and run a
Yeah, 'cause,
TTRPG
I'm
cafe in
down.
Copenhagen.
with certain people's
What if you don't
with certain people's potential rules on citizenship, I might have to start learning German.
Oh, shit.
I mean, look, I found out
Yeah.
recently that I may or may not have barony over in France. So like, I'll dig into
Oh,
that
barony.
family tree.
a baroness?
You start.
Yeah, I don't got any of that. I got melanin, but I do I do have relatives everywhere though as a result.
Yeah.
I think I have relatives in
I'm
France, actually.
Related somewhere to Anne Boleyn. Maybe there's an abandoned castle somewhere. For
I
Yeah,
am-
Rose.
I'm.
If anyone would have the luck to have an abandoned castle left
It'd
to
be
them
Rose.
and not
me.
know about it yet,
Wild.
It
it
would be
would
me.
be you.
Oh yeah, because I
It
wouldn't
would
have.
be haunted though.
I wouldn't have relatives.
Oh,
That's
great.
that's a perk.
I wouldn't have relatives where I go. It would just be that the rules making me a citizen wouldn't exist anymore.
I mean, I
Yeah,
do
like, I
technically
think-
have land in the Philippines. I mean, I
Okay, so
don't,
you
but my
do
family
have
does.
somewhere to go.
My family does.
I think
We
I
have
could
a
probably get
mausoleum.
an Irish
What
citizenship.
What doing
It's
here?
really
by the
cool.
way?
I was kind
Playing
of just
the
letting.
game.
I thought I was
Commiserating.
just letting y'all vibe for a minute. But
We
yes,
were discussing Plan Bs. and
I
this
was
is
I was
important.
concerned that McKenna. you
I'm
had
also
said
trying to
Toronto.
pull up
According
Roll
to the
20 again
government,
because
Plan B is
my
not okay.
tablet decided to crash on me. So
Sorry,
this is
Matt, what'd you
good.
say?
This is good
I
stalling
was terrified
time.
you were going to say Toronto is your plan.
Toronto.
No.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
my guess.
If I mean
That's
Vancouver
not-
at least.
I don't
not
know.
Toronto.
Sadly,
Which
I
I
would
also
like.
think I have cousins in.
I would.
cool.
I would
I
like
don't
to say
know
I
when-
support the Vancouver idea, but sadly, I've never actually been to Vancouver. I've been to the airport.
Oh,
That's it.
lovely.
I
I
don't
I
put
know.
a
have
hand on the
Canadian
window
cousins.
and looked at the.
It occurs to
the
me I
mountains.
don't know where in Canada
It's
they
nicer.
are.
It's
but
nicer
yeah.
than
When we were-
Toronto.
When we were looking at all
Everything's
those,
nicer than Toronto. Well,
when we were looking at all those job listings, it seems like the freaks be in Winnipeg. Y'all remember them job
I
listings?
do. I do remember those.
Yeah,
It
all the
was,
freaks be in Winnipeg.
I would object, but I still have thumb
Certainly
screws on my desk.
something.
Speaking of Winnipeg, how are Will and Matt doing?
We're doing okay.
I'm great. The weather's finally livable.
Your housing situation isn't up for grabs in November. I
Mhm.
think you're doing great.
Hmm.
Oh,
But yes,
It's not so cold.
tonight, my friends, we're doing the Astral Calling, our spell jamming spectacular. Welcome. Other shows on the channel. Tomorrow night, Tabletop Rose, Baldur's Gate 3.
2 to 3 weeks from finishing.
Kill brains or die trying.
I mean, get to
Yeah.
the rings first.
I love that we've been 2 or 3 weeks from finishing for like
Yes.
2 months. It's
We'll
been
be
awesome.
we'll probably come hell or high water, make progress, and then we'll be done our first playthrough of the game by the time Roses finish their 35th.
I did just start a new one.
I know.
Oh, yes.
I'm playing Sabrina Woodcarver, and
Nice.
my Dream Guardian is inspired by Chapel Roan from the VMA's performance.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's delightful.
Now-
She's got like
As
the
you
twin
should.
braids.
I do have to
It's
ask:
the dream. What?
are you going to use essentially the exploit that having a custom Dream Guardian allows you, where you can essentially make 2 OCs, kiss if you go for the
I
romance the
don't
Emperor
know
route?
if I'm gonna screw a spoiler, but
I mean, for the achievement.
I've gotten that achievement already.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Well, you're good
yes.
then.
I had my fuck everything that like moves playthrough. I wanted to
Everyone's
see how many
got
you
a-
could get in like one run through. The answer was
She's already
like
got
8.
that merit badge.
Everyone's got to sample the calamari at one point.
Wow.
Wow.
I've
What
a
visited the
conversation.
States to seafood.
Then on Sunday, Cozy
Besides, the
Co-op.
Lord forgot her gay awakening. So
Then on Sunday, Cozy Co-op, Will, Sarah, Emily, Stardew Valley. Then on Monday, Strength of Thousands AP, Book 6.
Yep.
Book 6.
We're kicking butt.
We are.
Look how red my arm is now.
Oh no.
Oh.
And then Tuesday, Salt and Psychers, Will, Matt, and TJ, because that's become a 3-person stream now, apparently.
What are we doing?
We still haven't figured that out. Maybe
I would
14?
like to say, well, here's the thing. I'm going to ask you, Will, to make an executive decision because
Okay.
if necessary, I would maybe like to get to level 10 before Tuesday so you can participate. Because isn't that the co-op level? Or
Yeah, I think that's when dungeons unlock, right, Sarah?
16.
16.
Okay, so you're going to have to make a decision, Will, because I may have to install like tonight and then play a bunch
Play tomorrow.
tomorrow and Sunday.
I will say it doesn't take super long to get to the point where you can do dungeons. It levels you up really quickly.
It's a story-based dynamic, though. You have to get through a certain portion of the
So
story.
don't rush the story, enjoy it, but you
Well,
definitely have time.
You know me. I don't even rush FGO's story.
I know, it amazes me. We'll
It's
put it
hard
this
at
way.
times, it's hard.
Or if you're ready for a glowing review of Final Fantasy XIV story, I do not just skip the cutscenes and let YouTubers tell me the story.
Oh, that is really good, actually, because you tend to always skip things.
Yep, I have not skipped a single cut.
Sarah
I have
says
not.
so too.
I have not skipped a single cutscene in 14 yet.
But anyway, that's
Anyway.
happening potentially on Tuesday, and then that brings us to Wednesday, which is
Wild
the...
Ambition.
There you go.
Our party survived an airship landing and the bug swarm that was on them, and join us for what will be my try at Spooky.
Isn't it weird that your Monday show just finished with a campaign that had a ship with bug on it, and your Wednesday just had a ship with bug on it?
Don't.
It's
I've
fucking
been-
inescapable.
I've been setting up. I've been.
Technically, this ship has a bug on it.
It does.
It does! Bugs on ships are a thing.
Motherfucking bugs on this
On this motherfucking
ship.
ship.
Aww.
No, I don't mean that in any sort of negative way, Will. I want you to know that. I mean,
I feel
to
bad.
me, it's like bugs are a menace, aren't
Well,
they?
Listen, when
I'm gonna stop
Rovagug is a plot point in your PF2 campaign, there's going to be bugs. But that will be Wednesday. Thursday,
There will be bugs.
Thursday we're off. Friday, Astral Calling, the show you're watching right now. Why are you watching a show? Well, I personally think it's because of the fabulous cast that we have. Starting off with one of the most hopping, cool people that you'll ever meet. We have Rose playing Luna.
most what now?
Hopping. 'Cause
Hopping.
funny.
Popping. Because I heard popping and it was
That's
like,
what I heard too.
Also, what I
Papa?
I heard hopping.
Hopping.
heard. Pop off.
Popping, locking, polka dotting, countryfying, hip hopping.
Hop,
Oh.
Oh,
hop,
none of
drop,
that.
and lock.
Hmm.
HTOTTOTO.
Regardless,
Anyway.
I'm really
Oh, yeah,
H O Wait, how do you hop to go? How do you do P?
H-O-P-T-O.
No, but I can't like. Is this a P?
Wait, no, I got it, Rose. So it's
this
H-O-P.
H-O-P. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
H-O-P-O-G-O. You can take
Yes.
me hop to
To
go.
go.
Okay,
Oh
that'll be the
my
name of tonight's
God.
episode. That's tonight's episode now.
Hop to go.
Animators, somebody animate Luna doing that.
No,
Please. I would.
Hey,
I'm
Joe.
so lost.
So cute.
Get with it. This is Chapel motherfucking Roan we're talking about. Get with it.
I am so confused by Chaperone, and not like why people like her or any of that. And this may just be like me transcending to boomerhood,
Uh-oh.
Yes.
but there was like a
Oh, no.
moment where I really couldn't tell if she was new or if a bunch of people knew about her for years and years and years.
I've known about her
Yes.
for a few years, but she like skyrocketed.
She just got
Yeah,
it.
she's
Yeah.
been around, but she blew up just recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
She's
no
been
sense,
working
'cause
at it for
just-
like a decade.
It
No.
just seemed like in one conversation I hear about her like she just started, and then another conversation I'd hear about like multiple like years worth of doing stuff, and I was like, is this
So-
two people? What are we talking
That's
about?
Chad.
Don't
everybody.
don't worry, Chad. It's not just you. I'm
Girl's
still
been working at it for
I'm
a
still pausing.
decade.
I'm still
Yeah.
pausing TikToks in order to read really long strings of text on them. But Rose, you're a spooky question for
I have a
the
spooky
yes,
question.
you have a spooky question. Everyone's spooky question this week is
Okay.
your horror movie ship. So your horror movie monster ship. Ship two horror movie antagonists together. And who do you ship? Like, are you a Freddy X Jason person, or like what's your horror movie ship?
Oh, that one's so overdone.
This is so interesting, but I'm gonna ship the nun
I
with the
saw
Blair
that movie.
Witch.
Oh,
Oh, damn! All right.
coming out
Yeah.
Oh
swinging.
my God. I choked on spit.
I can see it. I can see it. I mean, not really, because you can't actually see one, but like I can see it.
Oh my God. That's unhinged.
Speaking of unhinged, someone who often believes all of us are Chad playing Vim.
Yeah, I'm playing Vim. That's true.
He's so upset.
Oh, I've made choices in my life.
And now you're here.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
Sometimes it's best not to dwell.
Chad, your horror movie ship?
Technically this has already happened, so I'm just gonna say something's already happened, but just in case anybody's a very visual person who has to imagine things, I want to ruin your evening. And Alien and Predator.
Nice.
Alright, yeah, fair play.
I mean, technically
That's a very straight choice, but okay.
I don't really watch horror movies, so it wasn't like I was gonna have a wealth of options to pick from.
Speaking of straight, Matt playing Darius.
Say
The
that
straight
one more
man.
Time. Hmm. Sadly true on a few
Uh-huh.
levels. Hello everyone. Yes, I'm here to play Darius. I'm trying to think if there was the other and other like concerning flag statements. Who's asking? Have you told anyone else about this? Now here's a question that will. I'm sorry. Just to repeat, the monster or the spooky question for this week. Who am I, like a monster that I'm shipping with myself?
No, with each other.
No,
You're
two
shipping
ship-
two horror
And-
movie creatures
So why
or
did you
people
assume
together.
I'm assuming
that
the
was
rec-
question?
Why did you
I'm also-
assume that was?
Because I only heard Rose say one creature.
I said the nun.
Oh,
with
I
the
didn't hear
Blair
the nun
Witch.
part. Sorry, I didn't
yes.
hear the nun.
I
Um,
see that Matt is branching out his furry territory into new waters.
You're gonna sail right past that. I'm gonna go for a slightly unconventional answer, and I'm going to say The Bride of Frankenstein with all of Dracula's brides.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Polygamy
You know what?
for the win.
I mean, she's got big hands, 2 of them. So, 2 of the brides could hold one hand, one could hold the other.
One could bite.
They both like spooky castles.
That was a
possibly.
really wholesome answer for something that did not start off wholesome.
Speaking of biting, there's a cat behind Maya.
That's-
They sometimes
Oh.
bite.
Okay.
Maya's
Wow.
playing Rash tonight, the now godless zealot barbarian.
Oh,
yes.
sure.
Just keep,
Literally.
Well,
keep
she
driving that home.
listen, she's not godless. She just, her god is dead. That's different.
The
And
That's
belief
also-
different.
system. The belief system still exists.
And Vim's
Yeah.
right there.
True. And Vim's right there.
Unfortunately, you would be docked marks in cleric class for allowing your god to die, apparently. But
Good thing
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
not
yeah.
a fucking cleric.
cleric.
Or
The
going
good
to
thing I'm
school.
not in class anymore.
Yeah, good thing she graduated 70 years ago.
Rash did not graduate, let's be honest.
Good thing she dropped out to provide for
Oh
her
my-
family.
Oh my god,
70
y'all,
fucking years
y'all! Imagine beauty school dropout, but goblin horde dropout.
Goblin Hood dropout.
I like it.
That's exactly
Maya,
what the vibe
Who are
was.
you? Who are you shipping, Maya?
Oh god. Okay, so is the requirement you like of whatever horror movie, it has to be like the creature feature in that movie?
Yeah, like the main antagonist is, I guess, like the
Okay.
creature or protagonist, depending on how you look at some horror films. Of
Yeah,
a
but like
film.
not the like human person.
Yeah,
for
not
sure.
the human person.
Okay.
Unless it's like a
okay.
human person, like if it's like a Carrie situation, like
'Cause
yeah,
I'm-
then ship the
'cause
human people. But
Maya
Oh.
was trying to juke us all, and so she could judge us all by being like these 2 normal humans get together and be like, "You all
No,
pick
it would
monsters
not
and
have been
eat
that. Mine
those."
still would have been toxic. Don't you worry, Chad. But like,
Yeah,
here's
Chad
the thing.
was really
okay.
worried.
So, all right. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you one first, and then I'll tell you one that's actually an answer to the real question. This isn't even a hear me out. This is just the movie. Is Jennifer's body? Jennifer and Needy should have been together.
Stole
They
mine.
should
You
have ended up
stole
together.
mine,
They should have
bitch.
fucking
Ah.
ended up together. Like, don't at me, bro.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
anyway, that listen, Needy and whatever the hell the guy's name was in that movie, he did
Oh,
not
fuck
matter.
no.
We all know he did not matter. But anyway, so if we're going creature features, if we're going monsters,
Mhm.
let's see. I literally have like my list of horror movies that I'm looking at. I'm just like, which one?
mine's a little bit cursed.
You know what?
Will came up with this question just so he could talk
Yeah.
about this.
I want to say like y'all know the classic Death Becomes Her.
100%.
So like those two, but also in a throuple with like add on the like head witch from the witches. Like the Angelica Houston one specifically.
Mhm.
Like
Mm.
I feel like that trio would just like eat it up.
Or just the witch that
Literally.
made those 2 immortal in the first place, because she.
I don't remember what she looks like. It's been like a couple years since I rewatched
McKenna
that movie.
remembers.
It's on the list for
McKenna
this year.
remembers.
McKenna
never
or has
forget.
She was-
only seen that scene of the
Pepperidge
movie
Farm
and
remembers.
the ending scene of the movie, but her dress left an impression on me.
You've never seen that
Um,
full movie?
No, and I desperately
a
need
It's
to.
delight. It's a
really
delight.
funny.
Y'all should have a girls' night.
Yeah, we should
have
have a witch
spooky
night.
horror
night.
and watch
Works.
it. Death Becomes
We
Me.
should have a witch night.
Mhm.
We
I
should.
would love, yes, please.
So yeah, that's my answer. But my real answer is just the plot of Jennifer's Body, but end it with the
Correctly.
we deserve the
Yes.
real ending. We deserve the
director's
sapphic
cut.
ending.
Speaking of Sapphic, McKenna playing Evie.
As
Yeah.
me, hello everyone. I'm playing Experiment 3 version 13. And I'm also McKenna Rayart on all of the platforms. And if I had to have a crack ship from any two horror franchises, I know we've already said Jennifer's Body, but I'm going to take it across directorial universes and say Jennifer from Jennifer's Body and Lisa Frankenstein.
There we go.
Yo,
Lisa
actually,
Frankenstein
let's
raises
go.
Jennifer of Jennifer's Body from the dead, and then they do more shenanigans, and it's a directorial crossover. That's my ship. Also, La
I'll jump
Llorona
on that
and
ship.
Therapy. That's the tea. That's what I have for you tonight.
Fair enough.
I'll jump on that ship. Absolutely. The first one, not the second one.
The second one for sure.
Someone who has very good shipping thoughts, Sarah, playing
Hi.
Captain Cypress.
It was a coping mechanism for most of my life. Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Margaret. I also go by Cosmic Deity 746 on Twitch. So check that out. I'm playing Cypress the Bard, who is also just inclined to flirting with everybody. I have to go with and all right, so bear with me here because I'm not talking about the versions that everybody tends to Americanize them with. I'm talking about the actual original Japanese versions of them. Sadako and Takeo Saike. So if you don't know who that is, Sadako is the ring.
Yes.
So she's an Onryu.
What's the second
And
one?
Takeo is the ghost from Ju-on, from the Grudge.
Oh, the Grudge. You can just
And I'm
say
talking
the Grudge,
about-
Sarah.
No,
Got
no,
it,
no. That is
okay.
her, like, so the
Got it. The ring and the Grudge.
Ju-on-
Got it.
Ju-on the Grudge, actually. Okay, so as a Japanese horror movie fan, I'm gonna talk about this. Get on the soapbox. Is technically speaking, Ju-on the Grudge has 4 different ghosts, not just the one that everybody knows, which is the woman who bends in weird ways and makes that noise. There's also her son, the cat, and then the first person that she murders in the house. So anyway, also
The Grudge is
I
the
very
movie that
much
turned me off of horror movies forever. I used to be super into them, and then The Grudge scared me because I didn't like that she was under the bed covers. That was my safe space.
I
And
literally
I never watched
yeah.
another one again.
I was turned off from horror movies since I accidentally, as a child, scrolled through and watched a little bit of the Tim Curry, It
Curry.
movie by accident.
Oh.
And that
Ooh,
traumatized
that'll do it.
me to the point where
That'll
I
do
did not
it.
get into horror movies until my adulthood, until I started working horror nights.
I had a
I-
strong horror phase between middle and high school, and then
Yep.
suddenly I don't touch it really anymore.
Eh.
I do spoopy, not like scary.
Best
Yes.
vibes.
And me, I'm Will, also known as Tabletop Roles on the internet. And my monster ship is the Blob from the classic The Blob, and the ghost from Metamorphosis, which is
That's not what I would have shipped with the Blob.
You could have done the Blob and the Thing. The Thing
Yeah,
was
that's
right
what I
there.
would have shipped. That's correct.
because I want two fuck, what's the word? Amorphous.
Amorphous?
I want two amorphous like creatures.
You
Is
could've-
the
you coulda
Thing,
done the
like,
Blob and the Killer
definitively
Tomatoes.
amorphous?
No, the Thing is technically a parasitic that takes on the form of humans and other things. So
I just thought of
technically
another really good
speaking,
one.
It does have
I
a
thought-
form.
Shoot, Maya.
Okay, but polycule between between it, the It clown. I can't remember his fucking
Pennywise.
name. Pennywise. There we go. Between Pennywise
mhm.
and Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Isn't he just though?
He's actually
Like
just
making
an
clowns on
interdimensional
clowns on
spider.
clowns on clowns.
He's a spider, actually.
Clowns on clowns on clowns.
And on that note, it's time for us to roll our intro. Last time on the Astral Calling, our party was racing back to their ship as it was being stolen by EVB. But on their way there, they were stopped by members of the Calistigian Order, including a Calistigian rider. After Luna dispatched the rider in a quite honestly amazing string of whip sword hits, our party began to chip away at the force field that prevented them access to their ship, while dealing with the Harbinger of Inevitability. Harbinger of Inevitability. Better. And whilst doing that, a number of things happened. Our party heard a thunk against the force field that was opaque, so you can just teleport through it. And they discovered Millis heavily damaged and needing some healing. After healing Millis and getting them back onto the ship, our party began to run and make their way through the ship as an attempt to stop EVB from taking it over and stealing it. While that was happening, a number of things happened on the ship. Doors were locked, mimics were placed into death traps, and Vim ignored them, surprisingly. And our party eventually began making their way through the ship with only one round left until EVB had full control. And that is where we are going to pick up with our party actually on the ship, because the ship map is in Roll20 chat. Look at this. This is the ship. Oh, it's so cool. It's so special.
A lot more Art Nouveau than I expected.
But yeah,
Not everything can be Art Deco, Matthew.
You take that back. Everything is brass and gold and hard angles and weird featureless statues with only the vaguest shape of a human.
I prefer Art Nouveau.
As do I.
I mean,
Very Lord of the Ring elf, and I'm here for it.
yes.
yes. Remember, if you say Lord of the Ring elf too many times, Matt will explode, or Tom Bombadil.
Tom
Nice.
Bombadil, Lord of the Ring elf, Lord of the Ring elf, Tom Bombadil, Tom Bombadil.
Look at Matt's
Bombadil,
face.
Lord of the Ring elf.
I was gonna say,
He's turning
will
red.
Will he Tom
I hate
Bombadil?
Tom Bombadil.
Tom Bombadillo.
How do you hate Tom Bombadil? He's
What
the
is the
sweetest
point
little
of him?
cryptid.
Tom Bombadil is a symbol of the fact that while Tolkien can spend all this time creating like deep languages and then writing stories about characters using language, he's also just a silly little guy.
I mean, yeah.
Look, if I were a Lord of the Rings character, I would be Goldberry. And without Tom Bombadil, she's not in the story. And therefore, he's very important.
The only good thing to come out of Tom Bombadil is Goldberry's magic card is beautiful.
I love her.
Tom
it
Bombadil's
is.
magic card is really good if you like sagas. But
Tom Bombadil is beautiful.
yeah, you should see the artwork they have for them for magic, Maya.
Amazing.
Oh my
Good.
I'm
god,
just gonna sit
friggin'
here and simmer in my
Galadriel
rage.
in
He's
the
just a silly
magic
little
is
man.
gorgeous.
Little guy.
I was so happy that they introduced like diversity into the Lord of the Rings in the magic.
Yes.
Right.
The Eowyn
that.
card
Much
is
needed
amazing.
diversity.
Eowyn, I love her.
Yeah.
And really good card, actually, too.
So,
Yeah.
So
we're on
Anyway.
this very Art Nouveau ship.
yes, you are on your ship. It is
Yeah,
Captain
our
Sipe.
fucking ship.
Needs more right angles.
Our Art Nouveau ship.
We
Well,
ended
he's
things
a
off with
tranny.
Captain Cypress getting onto the ship, and we're starting at the top of the round with Luna.
I mean, Cypress, you're the only captain on the ship.
It's your turn.
technically.
Bless you.
Technically speaking, yes.
Yeah, I feel like our captain is the ship.
I have a question real quick, Will.
I have an answer real quick, chat.
Do you see a turn order?
Yes.
No.
No.
Okay.
I
'cause
don't.
We don't.
Is
We
the
don't.
I don't.
turn order in the room?
I've got one.
Our turn order is Luna, Rash, Vim, Evie, Darius, Cypress.
It's
Okay.
news
Put
to
that in
us.
the-
And we
in the-
saw Evie be.
Walk onto your ship. You have not seen anything else.
Quickly, everyone
Is
hold your
this the
breath. I shut off the life
controls?
support.
It's up here.
Yeah, the controls is at the north end of the ship.
Okay, so we're just gonna. Did this door get unlocked?
Yep, that door's unlocked. Vim and Darius made
Cool.
it through.
5, 10, 15, 20. Can I go through like the space in front of me, or are those doors that are locked?
You can go through that space.
25, 30,
This
40,
is like a
45,
multi-level,
50,
like multi-purpose
55,
room.
60,
Are we gonna be
65,
able to? Will, is there a way you can
65.
plug the
Keep
turn
in
order
mind that
into
the
our sides?
not
Yeah, we
easily.
can't
Keep
see
in
it
mind
at
that the
all.
door in front of Darius and Vim is still closed.
Oh, that one is closed.
Will, did you hear us?
Yes, there is
Yeah.
no way for me to fix that without deleting the initiative and re-inputting it.
Rip. All right. Struggle.
Sorry.
Can I
Jump up here.
attempt to open the door?
Yeah, if you want, you can make me a sleight of hand to pick the door open or an athletics check to force it open. Keeping in mind, an athletics check will possibly damage the ship.
Please be good.
You manage to quickly like slide over where Vim is just taking out one of the fingers. You grab like one of the fingers and just like
Hey, that's mine. That's mine. Give it back.
and
Did you break it? Did she break the finger?
No. And you manage to open the door. When you approach
this one
that door,
locked?
Luna, it is not locked. Normally it's locked with an arcane lock.
This one's locked with an arcane lock.
Yes, there appears to be several basically dials. This appears to be some sort of strange arcane equation in it. In order to open this is an arcana check.
Well, I probably already spent my action
Yes.
opening the other
Gross.
door. So Luna's just like in there pounding on the pounding on the door.
You hear muffled cries from the other side.
Oh.
Rash.
Rash is going to fucking bust down the door. She's gonna try not to hurt the ship while doing it. She's gonna try to like.
Okay. If you want, you can run up to the next door. So it'd be fine. What's your movement speed, Rash?
My movement is 40.
Okay, so you started here.
Yeah. And I think I made it up there.
Yeah, you can. If you have to double move to get to the door.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. I'll double move and I'll wait. Because I'd rather be there in case something happens.
Sure thing.
Let's see if there's any sort of bonus action I can fucking do. There's not, unless there's no way for me to know if there's anybody on the other side of this door.
I heard their
Correct.
muffled like cries on the other
Did the
side.
muffled cry sound within a 10-foot radius?
No.
Fine. Then I do nothing. I wait by this door.
Vim, you're up.
Pout.
Yeah. I'm. Oh, okay. No, I'm just not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay. I'm gonna come up here, and now I'm gonna use Dispel Magic.
Okay, what level?
3rd.
All right, you'll need to roll a counteract check.
Ah, they upcast it.
The magic
Sure,
lock?
this put it there.
Yes.
Okay.
What a theft.
I'm just looking to see if I've got anything. No.
A wisdom save.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be. That wasn't supposed to be a save. That was just take.
I mean, we'll keep the die roll, so it's a 19.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
So it will dispel the 6th
Oh.
level. It will dispel the 6th level lock.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a 24 instead of a 25.
All right, you've dispelled the lock. That is your action.
Woohoo!
Evie,
I can still move.
you can still move. The door is closed. You do have to spend an action to open it.
On the door.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm just here then.
Evie,
Okay. So I'm so far towards the back of the ship. Not gonna be able to make it there. But we have established that Evie does something on this ship that
Mhm.
possibly other people on this ship cannot do. It has been established that Evie travels through the vents.
Yes.
Can I fucking vent?
Yeah, do you want to vent?
Yes.
All right, Evie,
She vented.
There's an
when
evil
you-
in us.
Evie, when you dive into the vents in this room and begin going, I need you can put yourself about here
Uh-oh.
in like a
I'm
short
so
in a
worried.
shortcut. I need you to then make me a, DC 24 reflex save.
What?
Or
The what save?
dexterity save.
Well,
I was just
considering I
like-
have a +3 to Dex, I'm
Sorry.
not going to
Ignore me. I'm looking at
a
the wrong
DC
track.
24.
Yeah, I'm
That's
looking
a-
at the
that's a-
Pathfinder DC for this. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Make me a reflex save, a reflex
Dexterity
save,
save.
dexterity save. Fuck, I'm having a TTRPG stroke.
Wow.
Snog is having a stroke. Call the ambulance.
Wow.
Make me a dexterity save. DC is
Okay.
15.
19.
Evie, as you go, some sort of like liquid begins to fill the vent that you're running through, but you manage to avoid most of it. The parts of it that do hit you cause you to like harden, like petrify almost.
There's no way EVB hasn't made a thing for that.
Cheat. She's a cheat.
But-
It was the only way I was getting even close to this door.
Yes.
Um,
Sarah, before Darius's turn now, as Millis is there with you, I need you to make me a DC 19 wisdom saving throw. Now that you've been left alone.
So wisdom saving throw.
Yep. DC 19.
I don't like the way that was phrased.
18.
Sarah, if everyone could remove their headphones for one moment.
no. Don't
The fuck?
wanna. Don't.
She's been
wanna.
activated.
Sarah, you
Yeah,
are now
yeah.
under
Bullshit.
the effects of a
Alright.
dominate spell.
Ah.
You have been given
Got
the
it.
command to not allow them to leave the ship, and you've also had a strange ruby pendant put around your neck. Go see your
Flashes.
friends. It does. Everyone can put their headphones back on now.
Now would be a great time to mention that I can read lips.
Oh, can you, Matt?
No.
Are we allowed to be back?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Okay.
It just took 1 second.
Alright.
Darius, continue with your turn.
So, this door is still not open.
The door in front of you is. The next door isn't. So if you want, you can get up there and open it.
Sorry, say that again?
The door in front of you right here is open. The next door is what needs an action to open.
Just an action.
Just an action.
Alright, well, I will then... But, here's the question, having learned from possibly the fireball that came out of a trap, would it be a perception check action to check for traps before I open the door?
I will give that to you for free.
Okay, well, I would like to do a perception check to check for traps.
Make me a perception check.
I will do that as soon as I get onto the right tab. Perception.
There is no traps on this door.
I have no reason to believe there isn't, because in game I don't know the results of rolls. I'm just going to open the door with an action.
So when you open the door,
Yeah.
you are immediately greeted with a very strange sight. The room is covered in a Eevee-like viscous liquid.
Okay.
However,
I don't
in the
like that
center of the
description.
room, basically, trapped underneath that liquid in some sort of gelatinous cube-esque situation, tied to the captain's chair, is Millis.
Baby!
That's okay. I am now going to use... Because I haven't done it yet. I'm going to use both my sorcery points to do quicken casting, and...
There is what appears to be a memory card, like a thumb drive, in the ship's console. And you know you were seconds away from basically the ship being under EVB's control.
Well, quick question now, Will.
Mhm.
This this EV like gelatinousness.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
not EVB
EVB,
itself.
it's just gelatinous goo.
Oh, okay, so she has powers that our EV doesn't. Okay.
Gross
No offense.
powers.
Hmm?
Gross powers.
Yeah.
Powers of being icky.
Hold on. This. Are
She's
there any
gotten
other
a,
objects sitting
buff.
around in the room, Will?
Other than just like some standard objects you have on the bridge, there's just that memory stick and Millis and the goo.
All right. I'm going to use a 5th level spell slot and animate objects, including the USB drive, and
Okay.
then have it pop itself out of the console.
As the USB drive pops itself out of the console, a shock goes throughout the entirety of the goo. There is a scream from Millis, and anyone else in that room.
Millis,
Who?
who was tied to the.
I don't know any Millis.
Wow. Wow, Darius. Wow.
Well, we had to stop her from taking over the ship. I had no idea that would do that, so I'm okay with this.
You don't even know what it's done yet.
It's just shocked her. She's
Oh,
appears to be
she's not dead?
You can't tell. You haven't gone up to her.
Well, either way.
Cypress.
All right, USB key, tell me what you know.
It's a USB
Actually, I don't know
key.
if I
I
can
can't
talk.
talk.
I'm going to make my way up into the room right here. And then I'm going to turn around. I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out my this little stick that looks like a little metal pole. I'm going to stick it on the doorway and I'm going to say extendo, and it'll extend and it's going to jam the doors.
Okay.
I should clarify something, Will.
Yes, Matt?
If the goo is not EVB,
Yes.
it would be an object then.
Is snot an object?
It's a viscous.
Then it's just a goo.
It's a
then yes.
substance.
It's no, like
I'll say this, Matthew.
I would consider
by,
mustard an object, so.
like, the rules of written of animate objects, you have to either pick like 10 tiny
Yeah.
items or 2 medium, like it goes like that. So if you're picking the USB drive, I don't think you can also pick one large object, which
Yeah,
is
probably
what
not.
the goo would be
So,
considered.
and also to clarify, I imagine we've just left a certain like detritus amongst on the ship on the in the bridge area, like probably like a coffee mug,
Yeah.
like a book or something. So I've got like a weird collection of like tiny little desktop items now to command.
There's a bunch
The
of like
electronic Beauty and the Beast, basically.
there's a bunch of like fake little carrot toys that were left on the bridge from when Luna's up here that are now animated.
Stomping around. How adorable.
Scabbard.
But
Yeah, that's my move. Yeah, I do
fair
that.
enough. Luna, you're up.
That's me. Okay. We're going in.
Okay.
What do I see?
You see an unconscious, possibly dead Millis in the chair. The goo has sort of melted now into just a pink lemonade-y liquid after the shock went through it.
Hardly a priority.
Yes.
We've got some lay on hands.
Aren't you supposed to be the morally good one in the group, Darius?
Darius isn't saying any of this.
I mean, I don't
Matt
see a
is.
threat in this room, right? Like,
I'm
Nope.
terrifyingly utilitarian.
yeah, we'll give her. Let's give her 10 points of lay on hands.
All right. Millis's eyes begun to flutter open as you use lay on hands. You can tell something interesting.
Are you okay?
You can
What
see
happened?
just from her face She has been like beat up. There's like an acid burn across her face. Nothing a little magic couldn't solve. But you can also see the fact that she, in her hand, basically has what appears to be a slightly like more greenish pink bit of goo, like on her tablet. Like she was defending herself with the tablet. Um, I didn't get the message in time, and Evie,
Hey. You did real good.
they put me on here and they left. I don't know where they went. They could still be on the ship.
Oh, we'll find her. Don't worry. Are you okay?
I'm fine. They were running through the vents. They left through the vents. I think they might have done something in there.
There
Edie?
goes a trap. I triggered it. It's fine.
Okay. I was worried. Watch out for Evie B in there.
Well, yes. We're still in initiative, are we not?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Okay,
Luna,
that's
what else
probably
do you
my
do on your
action
turn?
then.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume Vim heard all that as the other person who like sort of fits. Do you still fit in vents, or now that you're like evolved
Vent no
into
longer
Venomoth?
fits in vents.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can get in the vents now.
No, Evie's the only one who can vent on the ship right now.
Oh, so
Because I actually stand around like Rash's height at this point.
It's
just,
funny
Rash
how many like
cannot fit in
small
vents.
creatures we have in this
just
game.
so I'm clear,
She's small, but she's not that small.
Yeah.
But
Vim,
Evie's special.
Uh huh.
just so I'm clear, Dream God portfolio doesn't give you domain over being able to fit into vents.
No.
I
why
don't
would
understand what point you're trying to make
No point. I'm just clarifying something.
with a tone.
The spark
Okay,
doesn't
whose
fit
turn
in the
is it?
vents. The spark doesn't like isn't a being. He's a
It's
concept of a god.
My
That is
tone isn't
fine, Vim.
translating
Not every
properly.
god needs to fit into vents. Other gods can
I
be
have a
huge and
concept
awesome.
of a god.
Wow.
I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Sorry,
whose
guys.
turn is
Somebody's
it?
at my door.
Oh, you're all good. It is Rash's
Get
turn
it.
next.
Yeah, I'm gonna. The door has been broken down?
Yeah, the door's open.
Okay. If
You're-
the door is open, Rash is going through the door, and is Millis still restrained?
No,
No.
she's been the goo melted into water, and now with Luna's lay on hand, she started to wake up a bit.
Okay. What else can I see as far as like the controls of the ship? Has anything been damaged? Has anything been tampered with?
It looks as though you all were able to prevent whatever EVB was doing to the ship by pulling that USB out. The ship is active currently; it's on.
Sick.
But there's no sort of like it's a very neutral glow. Like all the lights are just on. They're not the usual like colored ones that the ship puts on for you.
Clarifying too. Can we see out? Like, I've never actually thought about the exact layout of our bridge. Is there a window we can see out, like a viewport?
Yes.
What do we see on the outside of the ship?
A massive shadow approaching the ship very quickly.
Yeah, maybe we should leave.
I also want to. I want to see because Rash pats the ship's dashboard. Ship, are you okay? Are you functioning still? Does the ship reply at all in any vague manner?
There is no response.
There's no
What?
response.
That was weirdly intimate. I didn't like it.
She fucked up the ship.
Uh,
Everybody disliked that.
My
Yeah.
apologies, y'all. I know we're in an intense thing, but I would like everybody to start putting the crimes in chat because that was my neighbor who apparently today walked by where the side window is and the screen had popped out and Teddy's head was halfway through that screen and she pushed him and the screen back into the wall. So today Teddy tried to escape.
What a criminal. I'm
Wow.
so glad I'm wearing headphones so that Katya doesn't hear that and get any dumb ideas.
And I
Wow.
walked over and he's sitting in front of the window like, what do you mean, Mom? I didn't do anything. She's
You
lying.
have no
Wow.
proof.
Teddy. Anyway,
Anyway, the ship has no response whatsoever.
no response.
Can I God damn it, I'm not magic for this campaign. Fuck.
Sucks, right?
It really does. Ah, God. Can I try to like, because the ship isn't responding, I just want to manually physically try to pull up any sort of, I'm assuming the ship has some sort of security camera vibes in like the main rooms.
Do you want to try to pull
I
up
want
security?
to see where EVB, where BV is.
To operate ship systems without the aid of the ship companion, it will be a Arcana check to do so.
Quick, initiate a biopurge in any room we're not in.
Oh God, that's so rough.
That would kill Cypress.
Cypress is one of us, and I mean,
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
but she's not in the room.
well, in any room we're not in. And Evie can see Cypress, so we can do a game of telephone so we know where everyone is.
Also,
You said
Cypress.
Arcana.
Yep.
Oh. Are you sure it's Arcana to operate a
Yes,
ship's control?
It is Arcana to operate a magical piece of technology's controls. Roll to Magitech.
I
Are you
mean,
are you sure it's
but-
not athletics?
any sufficiently advanced magic
If
is
it was
indistinguishable
for
from
like
science.
for like piloting, I would totally allow athletics to like manhandle the controls. But for this is like using a technical system on the ship. It is Arcana.
Yeah. All right.
Am I the only one with a good Arcana in this party?
Probably.
It's
Hang on,
certainly
I'm
not
just
me.
making. Okay, I need to take myself. I had a feeling I was still on advantage mode. All right, there we go. God
You,
damn it!
normally, you would just ask the ship to do it for you, Rash. This is something.
Rash is old. She's not
You
into
go-
the technology thing. She tries. Millis has tried. Evie has tried to get her involved. It does not work.
You start hitting buttons, and then Millis just, it's a touch screen.
What do you mean touch screen?
Vim.
All right. I mean, I'm not gonna be any better in Arcana. In fact, I'm worse than Rash in Arcana.
It can't be that hard to just push the on button, man.
How are you worse?
It's a
Damn.
DC 10.
You have a +1 in Arcana. I have a +0. That's
Wow.
how it's worse.
You and me, Chad.
Yeah. The only thing worse than my intelligence is my strength.
Big woof.
Vim's built different.
I guess I'll actually start looking around to see if I can find any trace of like if EVB is still in the ship.
Make me a perception check.
27.
So you can see down through the entirety of the ship right now, and you see Captain Cypress has just barred the door here, and around their neck is a very large ruby medallion that they did not have on a minute ago.
And when barring the door, they're keeping it shut or keeping it open?
They're keeping it shut. They've put what appears to be a immovable rod.
Okay. I'm gonna head back this way. I'm like, hey, what are we doing over here? What? And I'm keeping an eye on that necklace and just asking, like, why are we barring the door?
Oh, making sure that they don't sneak up on us, obviously.
Go to school and you just don't.
Does she sound different?
No.
Okay.
All right. Evie.
Am I even close to the bridge?
Yeah, you can get there with a move action this turn.
I can. This is not the bridge here, is it?
No, this is
No,
the
it's
bridge.
here.
Yep.
Then I cannot get there in one move.
Mm.
It's a DC 10.
Yep.
I have to believe that Darius can do this.
Or Luna.
Or Luna. I
What?
have to believe that someone can do this with a DC 10.
Yes, if you're close, you could flash a genius. If you have any left.
I am not going to be close. Evie says very loudly, if that's Millis, who was left with Captain Cypress? And vents back where she came from.
Okay.
Scarecord.
You pop up, and the ship room that Captain Cypress was in, where Millis was, the door has been closed shut. There appears to be another arcane lock on this side of the door, and there's no sign of Millis.
Oh god, this is just Clue.
Okay, well,
I
let me bust
fully
that
forgot.
lock.
I fully forgot we had a Millis with us.
Is that Arcana?
I wasn't
I was
sure
so
if that was I
confused.
wasn't sure if that was a change or something we were supposed to clock.
I
Yeah.
was so confused. I was like,
I was
"Didn't we
like,
already
maybe
help
she just
her?"
disappeared.
But it's also been a week, so maybe I'm dumb.
Arcana to bust the lock?
Could
Yep.
just be a dumb bunny.
Could I also...
But very
Because
cute.
remember,
my thieves
Millis
skills are
was-
actually better.
Sure, I'll let you use that. But remember, Millis was thrown out against the force field. You heard her hit. You healed her.
Did we?
You know what? I'm
And
gonna
then
use a hit point.
she came on with
Nat 20.
Evie and Cypress at the end.
But
A
did
natural
she?
20. A natural 20 is a critical success. You managed to disable the arcane lock, and that door can now open again.
But I can't open it.
With the natural 20, I will even say that you can realize that lock was put on the door from the other side.
With a natural 20, can I open the door as part of unlocking it?
Yes, you can.
Yay!
About 30 feet away from you, from the gangplank, you see EVB just walking away.
Where are you even going? There is a whole lot of exactly nothing in that direction coming at us expeditiously. What's your game plan here?
As it is now EVB's turn, she ignores you, Evie. She holds up what appears to be a canister in her right hand that's glowing like blue with arcane sigils on it. Make me Arcana check.
God damn it. 25.
That is a portable drive that can store a very large amount of data. And as she holds it up, she walks through what appears to be one of those portals of darkness and disappears.
Out of curiosity, Will, where is the gangplank?
There's two of them. There's one on this side, and there's one on this side.
So we would have
Yeah,
had to
the
go
one
through
of
the
them.
engine room to get to the bridge.
Yeah, this is the engine room and like a storage
Yeah.
area. You went.
Yeah, so there was just nothing we could do.
Ah, this was all a cutscene.
Yeah.
Curse
do you mean?
cutscene.
What do you mean there was nothing you could do?
I mean that there was no way for us to stop this from happening.
I mean,
Not really.
had you gotten to there earlier, yes.
There was no way for us to get there earlier.
No, like had you gotten like,
You mean the combat outside?
yeah, had that gone less rounds?
I don't think that's possible.
I mean,
I think
you
that
were
combat
surprised
took
we
as
killed that boss in one
Yeah.
I
round.
was. I was
Yeah.
very happy for you.
We could not have done better at that
You
practically.
didn't plan for
Yeah.
us to do better than that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But Darius, it's now your turn.
And we've debated this long and hard. It is an Arcana check to get the ship
It
started.
is an Arcana
Yeah.
check to get the ship started.
And also,
I
I have no
wasn't
idea.
debating it. I was joking.
Yeah. You said it's only a 10.
Yeah, it's only a 10.
I won an Arcana, but I will try.
Okay.
13.
Darius gets the ship moving, whether that be through muscle memory of
Or
what
just communing
they
with the machine.
have done, or communing with it, with whatever machine spirit ran this ship.
Light some incense, say some chants.
Some light prayers to the spark of creation, and as it looks like the bubble of darkness is about to start hitting the ship, you are all able to
Wait,
start.
the immovable rod.
You are all
The
able
immovable
to
rod!
start
I don't know anything
flying
about an
off.
immovable rod.
The ship is lifting up.
Click it. Click that thing. We're moving.
Cypress, you're up.
What's the distance on whatever it is that Evie did? EVB.
Well, they just maybe have stole some information.
Or the AI, like the
I'm
ship
wondering if we.
stole the ship's entire personality.
Yeah, a
and
hard
being.
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
wanna-
to
Not the
make
Luda
Well,
my
they're
way
gone,
up
so there's
to
nothing we can
the-
do about it.
I'm gonna make my way up to the helm.
Okay.
I want to know if there's a way we can find that out.
Captain Cypress just kind of ignores your calls and starts walking towards the helm. Luna.
Oh, wait, I suppose
well,
I should be in the room
Yes.
next to the helm. Sorry.
Luna's gonna help out at her bobbit controls, making sure that the ship gets where it needs to go.
Make me a Arcana check, Luna.
For the boppet controls, Will.
For
Yep.
the bobbit control. All right.
Pop it.
18.
Twist it.
Well,
Luna,
not bad,
as you
considering it's a
start
0.
using the boppet controls, you come to a realization.
Oh no.
These controls do nothing,
Well,
They've never done anything.
and they've never done anything.
Childhood's end.
But you do slide over to what you think are the actual controls and kind of copy what Evie's done and you've seen Evie do, and the ship
Aw.
does begin to lift off. As it lifts off, there is a large lurching as a immovable rod stops it from flying.
Will,
Yeah.
without looking at the rules, how much pounds of pressure are we exerting on the rod? Without looking at the rules.
Give me
Close
a
your
second.
eyes, Will.
I'm doing
Did the
math.
Uh-huh.
How
Definitely.
much pounds of pressure
Like, how much does our ship weigh?
not correct
Does
grammar, but
a ship, airplane, have when taking off? The fact that I have to do this math.
You don't have to.
We're also slightly larger than an airplane, honestly. Looking
Yeah.
at the width of this thing, the girth
this
of
is
it.
definitely larger than an airplane.
I know, but it's
Yeah,
like
think of it as an aircraft carrier.
it's
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
about
but it has kitchens and bunks on it.
Very big aircraft carrier.
And some sort of reactor, one would assume.
I don't know. We'll say 7,000 pounds for a ship. 7,000 pounds per ship. That
All
sounds
right,
good.
that's 1,000 pounds off from what we needed.
Convenient.
I know. I don't believe that's what he was looking up.
I will share.
I will share
Yeah,
the search
share-
history.
Share
We'll
move
screen
on,
right
we'll
now.
move
Mess
on.
up all your cameras.
I will share screen right fucking now.
Yeah, show
not.
your homework. Show your math.
I was literally I literally just
Cap and pressurization. Yeah.
Look at
no.
his tabs. Look at his tabs.
there were no it was roll 20.
Petty.
What was that?
Petty.
For
Yeah, you
affinity?
can look up immovable rods and roll 20, Will.
Petty.
Anyway,
Hey.
y'all.
Yeah, but no, someone's gonna have to
But-
deal with that. I don't know
Yeah,
it's there.
as the ship lurches, you hear like a thunk, and it's not taking off. Like it's in the takeoff phrase, but you can see
Evie,
that.
what button do you push to make the ship go forward? Because it's not
like
going forward.
him, you see this rod
Yeah.
basically stuck in at the floor.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be on me, but I gotta wait for my turn.
I look at the dashboard.
Same.
Did you turn the anchor on?
It is a free action to yell.
Well, yeah, but I'm the closest one. Nobody else is gonna be able to get to it, right?
Yep.
Because isn't it right like here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I am gonna yell that Cypress is sabotaging us.
Rash.
Cypress.
Can I get to Cyprus with my movement?
Leave them alone. They're sweet.
You can
Just let
get
them
what's your
kill us.
movement?
They're nice.
40.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I'm not trying
Okay.
to kill you.
I'm
I told
assuming
you.
I
was barring
can't
the door.
get to the rod, right?
have I
Not
done?
with one move action.
Damn it. All right.
I can though.
Oh wait. No, but no, I have 2 attacks. I don't have 2 actions.
No, you have 2 attacks.
All right. Oh my god, my computer's freaking out. But I would like to once my computer stops being a butt,
Big butt.
I'd like to move up to Cyprus. Preferably if I can get there in between Cyprus and Vim, like in front of Cyprus, but in between them, in case Hypno Cyprus is gonna try something with Vim when Vim tries to do something to the rod. And I want to say, Captain, snap out of it. And I want to hit the captain. I don't want to cause like lasting damage.
You
Like I do
minimum
not. This is
damage.
not lethal.
Yeah, you can roll to do non-lethal.
All right.
That hits.
Sweet. Oh, good. My thing's finally working. Here we go. That's where I am. If I can get there.
Yes, you can.
Beautiful. All right. And then I'm going to use. I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm just gonna do my normal thing. I won't do Fury of the Small. I want to see if that rattles whatever's happening.
Is that total? 30, 40,
And then as my bonus action,
Mhm.
I'm going to. Vim, are you 10 feet away from me? Or are you 15 feet away
Right
from
now,
me?
I'd be
10.
10.
Damn it. All right, then I'm not going to do it. I was going to inflict my gravity well to keep Cypress near me, but I don't want. Well. Actually, no, I can still inflict it because it says only enemies are drawn to you. And in this
Okay.
moment, Cypress is an enemy.
Okay. You want to use gravity well?
Yeah, I'm going to use my gravity well as a bonus action to keep Cypress within my 10-foot radius and make it difficult terrain for her.
All right. Vim.
Yeah, I'm just going for the thing to click it.
Okay.
There.
And click it.
And it comes free.
Yep.
All right. That was
The ship suddenly lurches. Everyone make me a dexterity saving throw.
Do I have to? I just inflicted gravity well.
Yes. Even Cypress will need to make it. It's only a DC
20.
10.
Well,
that's good.
Evie
'cause
falls
I rolled,
prone.
fails.
I rolled a
I
damn
have-
2 on the die.
I do have advantage on dex, so ha ha ha.
Yeah, DC 10, just to see if you fall prone. Luna, you don't have to make the roll because you're sitting in the chair.
And then I start heading back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have.
Thank God I have advantage on dex. Fucking Christ.
Alrighty.
I've been rolling like garbage tonight.
Darius, can I get that dex save?
Yes. Pardon me. I'm just considering my next move. 16.
16. Okay, you're not knocked prone. Evie.
All right. Well, I'm prone and there's nothing I can do. And I just watched her walk off with our ship's whole personality. So I guess the only thing I can do is vent back, sadly.
Yeah, you can vent back into that main room if you want to pop yourself down beside Rash.
Yeah. And I think that's all I can really do.
All right.
Unless, like, does Cypress still look
I mean,
some kind of
Cypress
way?
has that weird
Like,
medallion around their neck. They didn't have that when you were with
can
them
I
in
try to
there.
take it? Can I try to yank it off?
You have to be adjacent to them.
I have a pseudopod 10-foot reach.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you can definitely do that. Make me an athletics check, and Cypress, can you make me a acrobatics or a reflex, a dexterity save, whatever's higher.
Yeah. Well.
Even a nat 1.
Evie, you managed to grab the necklace of fireballs off of Cypress.
This is. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Well. I'm sorry. This is probably the funniest like fight you've ever seen. It's just like
Just
two
garbage.
nerds just being like there's just like some wet plopping sounds as like Evie pseudopod is like
Well,
Hated
hold on,
that
hold on.
phrase.
Hold on there, Evie. Evie may be a nerd, but Cypress is a pirate, so at worst they're a drama kid.
So a nerd.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
absolutely a
Different
drama. It's
flavors.
confirmed that they're a drama kid.
No, it's
They're a
confirmed. The
band
entire
kid.
Oh.
the entirety of the ship that I have is made up of theater people.
Huh.
Does
Well-
it go off?
Well, no, you
What?
grabbed it before I could order Cypress to drop it at their feet. So
Yay.
Hold on. That there's an issue.
Did we
with
put a
that.
hole in your plans?
oh,
In
you
your
managed to
evil
disarm.
plans?
Matt,
Well, no, here's-
are you trying to retcon this?
No,
What's wrong,
just
Matt?
like a thing of fireballs. Like, unless there's some special rule to protect her from the fireballs, she wouldn't do that because that would harm herself, and you can't compel someone to do that.
That's true.
Like, I don't think dominate.
So
would even let you
Will
do that.
fucked up, is what I'm hearing.
Well, the other action was going to be throw it. So
That's more likely, yeah. One could argue that if she thought about it, she wouldn't have done the immovable rod either, because that puts herself in danger. But I'm not going to go there. That's a
It also,
complicated chain.
that
of events.
also depends. Like, is there a plan that would alter like that in
But that's
place?
way
Because
past now, so.
that takes away.
Yeah. We already dealt with that issue.
Did we? Is the rod still there?
Yeah, the
No, I
rod's
already
gone.
grabbed it.
Oh, I thought that.
So-
Yeah, no, I thought that.
I thought the rod was-
Vim
okay.
grabbed it.
Yeah, I already
Okay,
grabbed it.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing about dominate person. It does not have any, disclaimer saying that you can't have the creature harm itself.
Yeah, I wonder if they've
but
updated it, 'cause I
technically,
remember them.
There are
Rash,
other-
when
there
you
are
did
other
damage
command,
Cypress, you got another
like
will save.
command, I think.
You got another wisdom save. So me reading that to check, Cypress, make me that wisdom save. Okay, cool. So nothing would have changed. We're good. So Evie, you have grabbed a necklace of fireballs that has inside of that main red diamond, it has 6 beads in it.
Oh, so it would have gone off 6 times immediately.
Yeah.
I will pocket that in the bag of holding carefully, and put EVB's name on it mentally. That's my turn. That's
Curious.
movement in action.
Is the ship? I imagine as soon as the rod was removed, we started accelerating
yeah.
again. So
Luna is driving the ship
So
right
we
now.
almost got prone.
Yeah, Luna's
Yeah,
driving the
that's-
ship right
that's what I
now.
thought that was.
And that darkness is just like coming up. It's very close to the ship. Like Luna, you're having to jet out of here, basically.
Well, Luna seems to have things in hand here. Is there anything looking around?
That's a bold statement, but
a
okay.
shock.
Bold
A
statement.
shock to everyone.
I put a hand on Luna's shoulder and say, "I believe in you," but also give guidance, just in case.
Good idea.
I'm then, I guess, just going to race back out into the rest of the room to be in either position if anyone else needs me for the next turn. I don't know what is happening back there.
Sarah, what's your best spell? What's your coolest bard spell you got?
I got an idea. If you let me
Do your
take the
thing,
reins,
Sarah. Do your thing. I
Alright.
excite to see what you do.
Don't say it that way.
I'm gonna need everybody to cast a Constitution saving throw.
You have something that hits what kind of range?
I'm gonna send out a thunder wave to the people that are in front of me.
That's a 12.
So Darius,
Oh.
Rash, and Evie.
What? I don't know.
Fuck.
Nope.
No, you know what? Actually, no. I'll take it. Fuck it. I'll take it.
Darius, nat
Darius
20.
saves.
Darius
Yay!
Fur gets floofed up big time though.
Whoa,
Darius is
Evie.
a pet now.
I just
Ah.
wanted
What's
to
happening
see the
with this
spell
link?
description. I don't
Oh,
know.
Oh God.
Roll 20's not
That's
Roll 20's not about that life right now.
How-
Roll
Whoa.
20 said,
Jumbled.
Fuck you. Fuck you, spell description.
yeah, no, because if you're going off of show spell description by my spells, unfortunately, my character sheet was cobbled together from a previous sheet, so it was very last
Sure
second.
was.
I will say, a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you in the spell's effect. Spell emits a thunderous boom, audible out to 300 feet. When you cast this spell using a slot of second level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8. It's really weird because essentially I cast it at 4th level, so I don't know if that's programmed correctly.
So it's baseline. Yeah, it added 3d8.
Okay, perfect. Then
Yeah.
that is the exact. I just rolled really shitty on that.
Yeah, 16 points of thunder damage to Rash and Evie. Nothing to Darius, and Rash and Evie get pushed back 10 feet.
Can I? If I'm in front of Evie, is there any possible way I can take some of the damage? Fine. I know I don't have magic this fucking campaign.
That's okay. I didn't take any damage in like the fight and the run up here, so like I'm fine.
Yep.
You said 16 damage?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
push 10 feet back.
And it's specifically thunder damage, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then I think once that happens, immediately Cypress is going to turn and go here.
Okay, Darius, you get your attack of opportunity.
Sure. 20.
20 hit
20.
Cypress.
That will hit.
6 points of damage and another wisdom save from you.
I am. Hold on.
I was gonna say, wait, if
Cypress is quite literally bleeding from her temples now from those 2 hits.
And also, you got pushed
Cypress-
back by 10 feet by the thunder wave.
oh, that's
we
why.
both. I
Got it.
moved myself back
Yeah.
10 feet.
I then moved you.
Got it, got it,
okay,
got it.
so we'll say as soon
Because I
as
was
I
gonna
got to
say,
this
there's
point,
no way we could take an
I will
attack, right?
not get hit. I will do a wisdom.
And you will no longer be dominated.
Oh, never mind then. Okay.
Oh, do you want
I
to
will-
smite your friend,
Oh,
Darius?
No, I was checking something because this doesn't come up very often, but I do have Warcaster, and I was going to maybe do a spell rather than the AO.
Oh.
But it's not relevant now.
But
so
that's
never
okay.
mind.
I mean, you rolled the attack, so I just assumed. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry that I rolled it and then like, wait a minute, didn't you take Warcaster? It's been so I can't remember the last time it was ever
Alright.
relevant. So
Uh,
sorry.
Cyprus is now no longer dominated. Cyprus, you return to your
Thank
senses.
God.
What do you
We
do?
know that though.
I immediately stop and like take that hit, and there's like blood dripping down my face. And I stop and I look at them and I go, "Who's flying this thing?"
Luna!
And I immediately get up and book it.
Oh,
That's
God.
fair.
All
That's
the
a
way
fair
behind
reaction.
Luna.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
Yeah.
Where did that horn
that's
come from? We didn't have
honestly
that
smart.
before.
Luna in the seat. Beep beep, bitch, come outside.
As Cyprus, as you get there, you see that because remember, this was all taking place in an asteroid field. Luna,
Oh no.
to pilot the ship
Oh.
through an asteroid field, I need you to make me either a Arcana or Acrobatics or Athletics. And Luna continues to be incredibly proficient. There are asteroids.
As
So
she's
glad.
there, she makes like mew, mew.
Well, yeah.
Like
She also does spend a
absolutely,
lot
like,
of
driving
time
sounds.
watching Evie.
Like a lot of time.
And now with Cyprus, a lot of time watching Evie, respectfully. And now with Cyprus no longer dominated, we're going to come out of initiative as you are all able to fly safely from the losing battle. As Rash, if you look at the viewport on the back of the ship, you can see a majority of the goblin horde being consumed by darkness.
Yeah,
This is the
Rash is
beginning
gonna
of Kingdom Hearts.
Rash is gonna compartmentalize the shit out of that.
I'd also like to say, formally on the stream where it's recorded for all eternity, Will was quite right, actually. Dominate, high enough enchantment spell, there is no provision against unfortunate self-harm, which is... I understand why people don't use that part of it more often. That gets a little icky.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Yeah, that's gross.
But I think a villain using it to brainwash a party
Yeah.
member
I was
to...
like, Maeve
I mean,
would
yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Maeve would do it.
Yeah,
Or
Rash is
us.
staring out the window and fully just disassociating. Like there's no other way of handling not only the death of her family, but also the death of like thousands upon thousands of goblins that also worshipped Magoobliet and were called to battle.
We've hit this point in the campaign. I can have people make these checks now. Rash, make
Oh
me
God.
a wisdom saving throw.
That you know that can't be good, Will. You know that's not going to be good.
On the plus side, we have an immovable
Are you
rod
standing
now.
anywhere near
No, this
Luna?
isn't
Because you
a...
get a bonus if you stand anywhere near Luna.
No, it's
I don't
immediately...
think I'm near Luna. No, I'm
Rash,
not near Luna whatsoever.
make me that wisdom
No,
save.
no, Matt, that comes back to me. That's my personal rod.
Oh, is that your rod? Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. If
Are
that
you
was
handling
something...
Cypress's rod? All right, I'm done now.
Let me
There's my
be
wisdom save.
very
Cypress
clear.
always has a rod in her backpack. Come on now.
Rash, there
McKenna
for a...
knows this came from a previous campaign
okay.
with Cypress. This
I
is
do, but it's
actually
funnier to
a
pretend I
weapon.
don't.
I know.
Yes,
which is
Will. What were
hilarious.
you gonna say about my wisdom?
Rash, as you look at the goblin horde being consumed by darkness, there is a memory that wasn't there before, almost like as if it was a memory from another Rash, where you see a amorphous blob of goblins, each basically held together by a almost tar-like darkness, climbing towards you for a minute, and then the vision, like this first-person vision memory, the goblin horde consumes Rash, and then there is nothing but darkness. And then the memory fades, and you don't take any damage or anything from it. But that happened to a Rash.
I think Rash is experiencing a lot of like basket case syndrome right now.
Yeah.
A lot of like, I should be out there with my family. And she's just touching one of the windows in the port. Because there's only so much she can compartmentalize, especially at her age.
as y'all continue to fly, I'm just going to make a thing here on the map so that you can tell. I'm going to draw a new line.
A line. Oh.
Oh, I don't like. Oh, oh.
I don't like that line. I don't like that line at all.
Boop.
Not enough right angles.
That's now all darkness.
Not
Yeah.
cash money.
But the light will defeat the darkness. It's simply
Yeah, this feels
unclean.
very Kingdom Hearts.
I like it. I think at a certain point in time I tap Luna's shoulder as we're flying and I go see to your friends. I got this. I'll get us to the next available port.
Okie dokie. Luna gets up and goes to check on the friendos. That is... I was looking for the ship, and we're not in the ship. We're in space.
Yeah.
We are in space.
She heads over to her friends. Are you okay?
Which friend are you talking to?
Are you all not together? Y'all were
I will
together
say Evie
before.
is at like the computer in her lab, like trying to see if there's any chance EVV just took information and not the ship's personality, and B, trying to see if maybe there's like a backup anywhere. That's where she is. If anyone else is in the lab with her, then so be
And
it.
she'd obviously go check on Evie first, unless somebody else was like on the way.
You probably see Rash along the way.
Rash, are you okay?
Right now, Moonshine, do not ask me that question. And she just kind of pats your hand.
I am sorry.
I know. I know.
I know what it is like to lose everybody. It sucks.
I think in that moment, there's part of Rash that wants to crumple, but the other part of her, the like equal parts soldier and matriarch part of her, hold it together and not stiff upper lip it because that's not who Rash is, but she does take Luna into a warm hug and holds her for all that they've both lost.
Yeah.
Both
Luna holds
remembered
her
and
that
not
hug.
remembered. As Rash also kind of remembers that weird not memory that just happened. And she does choose to bring that up to Luna, actually. Luna, I had something happen that you seem to have been having happen with your memory.
It went away?
N- did It did the opposite. There
Came
was a memory I
back,
did not
yes.
know to look for that came back from perhaps a previous self of mine. Something
I did
similar
not
to
know
our.
that there were
Neither did I. There was
previous.
a similar situation. I did not see you all in it, but I saw my clan, my family, and it was very similar to this, only I because I did not have you all, I did not make it out. I can only assume.
I could not say. I have been getting memories of past Lunas or this Luna. I don't know what I am, or who.
Perhaps it is something
Right.
we can. She holds you further because she can see you breaking down a little bit. Perhaps it is something we can ask Vim about, as Vim is in touch with dream states, and perhaps that can be of help in some way, of a bridge.
Yeah, maybe.
Or we can talk to Evie. Evie is smart.
I was on my way to go see her. I think she
Let's
is in her computer lab room, please.
let's go do that. Let's go do that. And Rash falls into this sort of what she knows best how to do, her coping mechanism of taking care of somebody else in lieu of taking care of herself and acknowledging anything going on in here.
Oof.
Yes.
I see Evie has rubbed off on Rash.
See, she does know how to
Healthy coping
compartmentalize.
mechanisms.
Well, Rash can't, like, listen, as a soldier, Rash can compartmentalize, but there's only a certain point at which she can do that. But she's very good at diverting. And being like, you know what? This person needs me more. I'm going to do that. It's like a cheat code.
A workaround.
Yeah.
Evie, can I come in?
Yes, of course, of course. Have I had any success in any of that, Will?
Yes, you've had a lot of success, actually. You
Oh.
can tell that EVB did not take any data from the ship other than the AI personality that was integrated into it.
Okay, so she did take the ship. She kidnapped the ship.
Okay.
Kidnapped.
And the more important of those two tasks, which is where are my backups?
There are none.
This is Evie we're talking about. Where are my backups?
You can't back up a personality. That
Can't
was
if
a
it's an AI
file.
program.
That was a file that was non-accessible.
But it can be removed, not
Can
backed
be.
up.
Yeah.
It's like it's you can't back up, and I forgive me for using this for illusion. You can't back up Cortana.
You should be able to
Um,
back up Cortana. It's a plot hole that you can't.
I-
That's just my
there's
opinion.
a-
That's
there's
my
an-
played Halo.
controversial
Because
Halo
when they
opinions
when they
from the
backed up
chat.
Cortana, it caused so many fucking problems.
All I know
Yeah,
is that I've had
there's-
too many people tell me I sound like Cortana. I know
There's
nothing
an
else.
element. So here's the thing: is AI is now thrown around as a word, but in a sci-fi scientific sense, AI, artificial intelligence, such as this ship, and let's say Mass Effect's Edie,
Edie.
is technologically speaking, yes, they can move from different aspects, but if you tried to back up a personality, you're looking at like aspects of Soma, that horror game, which is
Yeah.
all of those people's personalities were put into an artificial intelligence, but that didn't negate the fact that something got left behind. It basically just cloned and both lived in separate aspects. So you may have a backup, but it wouldn't be the ship.
There's also the purely mechanical issue of, man, an AI that's that complicated, would you have the space to back that up?
Probably not. Data,
Well,
Have a bag
not
of holding.
finite.
I'm
It's
not
not
going to-
infinite.
I'm not going to press Will on this because I'm sure this is an important plot point.
Yes.
But I would argue personally that the thing that makes it unable to be backed up would make it unable to be disentangled from the ship's very systems. But it's a little late. for that.
Funnily enough, I
mean,
would like to point out by
let's-
this
let's-
theory
let's-
that the ship
let's
still
keep-
flies.
Let's keep this logic train going though. Edie was able to be put into a robot body for Joker.
She was still in the ship when she was in the robot body, though.
Ooh.
Then she was still able to leave the ship as a squad member in Mass Effect 3.
No, it was,
Edie,
it was,
not
it was
Evie.
it
Evie.
I
was-
was so confused. I was like,
it was
what
a
is
remote-
Yeah,
Edie in
I've
a
got no
robot
fucking clue
body?
what we're talking
Anyway.
about.
It was a
So-
remote terminal, Will. It was like a Wi-Fi tool.
Upon realizing that there is no backup, Evie then starts calculating. She was like, how the fuck did Evie B manage to set half a dozen traps, half a dozen arcane locks, move back and forth across the ships multiple times before she came out as Millis, and back up the ship and take it.
I will
you
give
cast
you
time stop?
Evie. I will give you a Arcana check to figure that out.
Also,
It's almost as if she had a friend who could stop time.
No, it's even better.
I'm also
25.
You know, there are some spells that allow you to make copies of yourself, a simulacrum, if you will.
Oh no!
several-
Don't bring simulacrum
and
into it.
several
Well, then
EVs
she would have had to cast simulacrum
and
multiple times on
several
top of that.
EVs splitting up, splitting up from one EV form. Say hypothetically, Evie, you could probably cast a simulacrum, have that simulacrum, because you are a ooze creature, join with you, walk around as one heavily condensed Evie, split apart, and that goo on the ship's bridge was probably the used up simulacrums that were then repurposed for one final trap.
How many times did she cast simulacrum then? Because that's additional actions. She only had maybe 5 or 6 before coming out as Millis.
She did not cast them here. She cast them earlier.
But
she
we
had
watched
time prep
her
time.
walk onto the ship.
Yes, as a condensed Evie.
That's not how matter works.
Also, you can't cast Simulacrum more than once. You cast it a second
That's
time,
true.
it destroys the first duplicate.
Yes.
But the simulacrums can technically cast simulacrum.
Again, you're all assuming that EVB
Insane.
did this by
Alone.
herself.
That's broken.
I'm gonna say though, hopefully this might help a little bit, and it's probably been too long for the animate objects to still be lasting. But I hand Evie the USB key. There might be something worthwhile on that. It might give you some clues. Even if it was just something that she used to disable the ship or something, you might be able to tell some information on where she got it from, the kind of technology that she is using, something we can use against her, perhaps. You have a much more technical brain than this. This is not something that you make by hitting a hammer on some metal, so it's better.
Well, it could be something that could be fixed by hitting it with a hammer. We would just have to hit her with a hammer several times.
I clarify. I was talking about the thumb drive, but I understand
Yes,
you're
thank you.
upset.
There is a clean console in the lab that's not attached to the ship systems that you can use to access
Also,
this.
I'm gonna do some healing magic on poor Cypress. Sorry about hitting you with the hammer.
Oh no. She don't let you touch her.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you try to heal and she just like very slowly while she's turning turns away from it and goes, "No, thank you, dear. I'll live with it."
I mean, until a long rest, yes.
That's
That's
Look.
living with it.
What
Sleep is
is
so weirdly
what is
healing in
Vim
this
doing?
universe.
Like, is this coming from a guilt thing?
Vim is fuming. He's kind of going back and forth and down the main corridor. Vim's shadow at this point is fully like, it's not reflecting Vim's form, it's reflecting the nightmare Vim's form. And
I'm angry.
been
So
angry.
cute, so angry. So cute, so angry.
and he's coming into the bridge where everybody's in. And he's like, is anybody else fucking sick and tired of people deciding, oh, things didn't go my way, so everything has to stop fucking existing, or I don't like the way things are, so let me say I'm doing good things by throwing shit out here and not actually directly helping, but just figuring it all fucking fall into place because I'm so goddamn smart.
Evie
Somebody
from
who's
the computer
been-
lab says, fuck yes, exactly. I am so frustrated by all of these idiots who don't think that they can make the world a better place. It's so stupid. She really is the worst version of me. Ah!
We could have let
As
her
somebody
die.
who has seen regimes rise and fall over numerous lifetimes, yes, I agree.
We could have let her die. We brought her back, and she's mad.
Ew!
She's mad what? Because she doesn't get everything that she wanted to have and lost, and now therefore, oh, let me just throw my lot in with the universe shouldn't exist.
It is
Well-
not my
Literally.
fault both times.
It's
I-
not.
It
It's
is
not
not
your
your
fault.
fault.
You're not
It is
responsible
not
for
your
her
fault.
actions.
No, but it is because if Shalathorn hadn't died, if I had just been able to protect her, then Sildana would not have tried to end the worlds, all of them. And 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 if EVB, if I, whatever universe me had not failed EVB, then she would not be sad and also
Luna,
trying
you
to
cannot
end the
take
world and steal the-
responsibility
It
for
all
her
comes back
actions.
to my fault.
No, you didn't.
Luna,
You didn't
Luna,
make those
Luna.
choices. They made
Can
those
I
choices.
can I make a very special
I'm
point
just
here?
not protecting people good enough.
You are protecting us great. You did amazing. You
We're
did
all
amazing.
alive.
And can I just say, if the version of you in EVB's world had like failed to protect that EVB, that Luna would probably still be alive.
But that Luna is
and that
probably
Luna-
me.
Well, maybe it's a little wiggly, but then that Eevee would be dead. So I guess it depends on what your definition of success and failure is. In this case, I think it's a really mixed area and a really mixed area, mixed bag, gray area. I can't even get my saying straight. I'm so angry. But not at you. Never at you.
This is the very last universe.
I am
the
not
last one.
angry.
There aren't any more.
I
And
am
it's
not-
falling apart around us.
I am not angry at EVB. I am disappointed.
Oh no.
I can be both. I contain multitudes.
I didn't have high expectations, and she still fell under them.
So as you guys are talking, Cypress just like you hear a click as the ship kind of just shutters into a manual, and she turns and looks at you all very clearly, and then looks at Luna and goes, "Are you done bullshitting yourself?"
What?
I may not know much about what y'all have been through. I may not understand it at all, considering most of it I've been shanghaied here on the account of an adventure. But you know what I see? I see an excuse. You are you. I don't give two shits how many universes there are, how many versions there may or may not have been, what might have happened in some other place. You're here now, god damn it. And you're you. You ain't somebody else's. You are Evie. I don't care who this EVB is. They're their own person. Rash is their own person. Darius is their own person. Vim is their own person. So are you. And all those people who are doing what they're doing right now, they're their own persons. Their own choices. And that is not on you. That's not on anybody. No
she
matter
has
what.
point.
Yes,
Luna.
I agree. Thank you, Cypress.
Luna, would you blame Evie for EVB's actions?
Of course not.
There you go. That is your answer.
But I don't know what I am, but I don't know. I inherit my past self. I'm all the same Luna, just changed from body to body to body, and it's
Cypress stands up,
still my
reaches
fault.
over, and just puts her hands on you, on your shoulders, and just goes, "You're Luna. I have never met anybody who has been able, besides myself, to wheedle their way into people's hearts as quickly as you have. Fact of the matter is when a hell demon decided that anybody who was your friend got brandished, people who you had just met for 5 minutes got brandished. Now, I don't know what other versions may come before, come after, be there, be here, be square. I don't give two shits, as I said. But what you got right now, that's just you. And we are never the same version of ourselves that we were 2 minutes ago. All right? So I'm going to need you to smile. And I'm gonna need all of you to come up with a plan because we still got a universe that's breaking down. So I'm gonna head over here and I'm gonna take us to the Gilded Garden because by God, we gotta think of something here because Jesus Christ, this is so stupid. And she sits down and you just see her like sit there and you just see her pull out a flask and like completely unpop it and start chugging.
For a hot
Oh,
second,
drinking and driving.
for a hot
on.
second, Rash just in the safety of her own head is just like, who is Jesus Christ?
And then that day, Rash found a new god.
I think it's pronounced Jesus Christo.
Oh God,
Jesus Cristo.
absolutely not.
Where were this is like a weird, but where were we supposed to meet the elf dude?
Yeah, 100%.
God, I forgot all about that.
Fahrenheit's
While
at Gilded
ago.
Garden.
A
It's
while
Gilded
a
ago.
Gilded
Garden.
Garden.
I will
That's where we're
say-
heading right now.
Bye.
As the ship flies away, we are going to leave the party momentarily. As we come to a very large vessel, cloaked in this sort of silvery black plating. Standing on its bridge is a familiar face. Sildana. She turns and she walks away. He says, "Captain, continue with your work." And they begin to walk away as the camera pans to the person driving this ship. A almost mummified Captain Cypress.
Ew.
Gross.
Keeping it toy.
They walk down the cavalcade, and you see a number of people. You see Helios, a mummified, almost like gaunt, undead-looking Helios. So many of the people that you have met on your journey before. You see a Korra that had metal armor fused onto her. And then Sildana comes to her private quarters, where currently bound in the corner is a devil. Just a nameless, faceless devil. As she walks towards and puts her hand on this creature's head, and you see her drawing the infernal energy out, almost to sustain something. A small brand on her hand. Trying to keep it there as long as she can. And then there's a private moment where she sits down, just like holding an old photo of Luna, her, Shallowthorn, Rash, Darius, Evie, Vim as some sort of snake-like creature.
That's weird.
Cypress, and a number of other people. I have gotten everyone onto my side at some point. Yet never any of you. Perhaps this time. And then we cut back to the party. You have all gotten the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, do you want me to feel like sorry for her? I don't.
No.
You all have gotten the benefits of a long rest. No, I'm just providing context.
There's context, schmontext.
We're gonna put
Also,
them in the
our
ground.
characters have no idea.
Yeah,
For,
that's
also,
more.
like, for an
that's more for
out-of-body
the
sort of
audiences.
commentary, I'm just like, Rash can, like, not just me, but Rash can feel bad for her and still disagree with her
Oh, yeah.
entire mode of operation.
100%.
Cool story. Still
That's
murder.
just that
Yeah.
that was there as like a
Teddy?
flavor thing for the audience
Oh,
and everyone else.
Teddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Moon's haunted. Cock's
There,
done.
once
Haunted.
again, Rash still also incredibly disappointed with EBB. Like, just so disappointed that this was the choice she made.
But yeah, as the party lands on a very chaotic landing bay in Gilded Garden, you can see a number of ships basically, like if you think about several star systems, were just swallowed up by darkness with very little warning. And the docking bays are packed. There are ships that are basically, once they're emptied out, are basically being anchored to the planet and just sent adrift because they need docking bay space to let people onto the planet. And as you all dock and your ship lands, that's where we're going to end tonight. And as you all dock with a new feeling of dread and with that last little bit of hope, I'm going to say welcome to level 10.
Oh, dang.
Oh, shit.
Level 10.
Ow, 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 ow.
Because remember, emotional damage also grants XP. Thank you so much for coming to tonight's episode of The Astral Calling. Join us next time as we begin the second half of this campaign.
Jesus fuck.
As darkness falls, will our party be a beacon of light or the final embers of it? Join us
Wait.
next time and find out. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.